All right, so now we're going to go over audiences, and you'll understand why it's important for you to have that. It's going to be one of the areas where you can optimize your campaigns. Okay, so we have our campaign here, right? The painting service with all the ad groups that we want. Now we're going to click on audiences, this button right here. Okay, click on that, and we're going to add audiences. Now, audiences for a search campaign, which is what we're building right now, is different from audiences, a little different from how we're going to set up audiences for the Google Display Network later on. Okay, so here I'm going to show you how to set this up and why it's important. Then I'm going to show you a live example from our clients. So you're going to click on Add Audiences, and here, since this campaign is related to painting services, I want to start and type in painting. See, and Google is going to give me some options here on what I think is a good audience that they already have in their system. And the way they come up with these audiences, because Google has all this data, right? Not only from Google, but from all the websites that they have relationships with, and they gather this data and they're able to see what people are searching for online. If they're an audience that's looking for a painting service, and etc. So here we're going to select painting service. If you scroll over that, it will give you a description of what that is. So people interested in hiring professionals for exterior or interior house painting. And then it shows you the top related audiences here that are related to this one. Okay, so as you can see, it shows you how many impressions you could get. And again, this is more for the display network, but you want to add those in. And this option here is important. Make sure that this is selected. That's the default option. It's in observation mode. Basically, what that means is that we're just going to gather data to see how people in this audience is performing through our campaign. You do not want to select targeting. You don't want to do this for search campaigns, because what's going to happen if you have targeting, Google's only going to show your ads to people in this audience who are searching for your keywords. And therefore, you would be really decreasing the amount of traffic that you can get, because people have to be searching for your keywords, and on top of that, they have to be part of this audience. Okay? So you don't want to do that. You just want to see how this audience is performing as you gather data for it. And I'll show you an example, a live example, and it will make a lot of sense to you. So I'm going to select a few audiences here that I think, right, is relevant to this campaign. And you know your customers, so you may want to search for other things here as well. Okay, so right now we're doing painting, supplies, home decor. Yeah, that might be a good audience for me to analyze. Parents who are parents of preschoolers or toddlers, you want to add that in. This is just something that you're going to collect data for. That's why we have this in observation mode, right? It's saying here, don't narrow your reach. With this option, just adjust the bids for the select audiences. So that does not mean you're going to be targeting these people specifically. You just, in case they happen to be searching for your keywords, you're going to be able to collect data for them, okay? And then adjust from there. So we have a few here, but let's say homeowners are a big part of my clientele. I might want to add homeowners here. Okay, so let's say hypothetically, in this hypothetical example, you know that people who do business with you, they're, let's say, business owners or some sort of type of professionals, right? Then you can just type here business professionals and add that in. All right, just wanted to take this quick break here to let you know that if you need help managing your campaigns or just learning more about Google Ads in general, there's a link in the description below this video that you can click to book a time with me. Right? It doesn't matter if you're a specialist, if you're a business owner, if you're a director who wants to learn more about Google Ads so you can better manage your team or delegate to other agencies. We can talk about your goals and then see what are the best steps to take from there. All right, so there's a link in the description below, and hopefully we'll get to talk soon. Now let's get back to this lesson. Owner. So here you have people looking for business service. Okay, that's an indication that they might be a business owner. Okay, so you might want to add that in. And again, it doesn't matter. You're just going to be looking at data from these audiences, okay, and see how they are performing. Now, that's a good amount, okay, and this is going to be across the entire campaign. Now, we're going to save the audiences. And now we have our audiences inside our campaign. Now, let me show you a live example of one of our clients here. As you can see, they spent close to $1 million, and I'm going to pick one campaign that is live right now. Okay, so let's click on this one, and I'm inside the campaign now. I'm going to go to the same location, audiences. And as you can see here, I have audiences inside this campaign. Now, the way you're going to optimize this, as you can see here, I have all the data for these audiences. So I can see how much these audiences are converting for. I can just analyze the stats and make decisions. Now, what you're going to do when you gather all this data for your audiences, you can take a look here and say, well, this one has a high cost per conversion. And don't worry, you're going to have a better understanding of metrics later. But let's say you could just select audiences that are not performing. In this hypothetical example, I would remove these two audiences, okay? Probably not this one, but this one, because I may look at it and say it's underperforming. Let's remove it. And the reason why you would remove it is because you're using an automated bid strategy. That's how you're going to optimize your campaign. Because with automated bid strategies, you cannot adjust the bids or anything like that. It does the bidding for you. So you only have the option to remove it. Okay? So what you would do, you'd select here and click remove. Right? So that's why it's important for us to add audiences, just an extra layer of insight, of data that you can look at, okay, for your campaigns. And here, Google shows me the segmentation. It's saying that the audiences I selected, people who are in this audience, we got over 1,000 clicks, 1,192 clicks. And others, you see where it says other here, total other. Basically what that means is that people who are not in these audiences, but they're searching for our keywords, right? People outside of these audiences who are searching for our keywords. And then here gives me the total, okay? So think of audiences in observation mode, because again, that's what we're doing here, right? Audiences, as you can see, observation mode, as an extra layer for you to get insights of things that are performing and things that are not performing for your campaigns. So as you can see, this is one of the strategies that we use to optimize accounts for our Fortune 500 companies that we manage here. So just keep that in mind. For audiences, you can add as many audiences as you want here. Okay, this is not a problem, because basically what you're going to be doing is, hey, let me see how these audiences are performing under my search campaign. Okay, so in this example, people who are looking for business services, how is this audience doing, right? Based on the keywords that I'm running, gathering extra data for you to optimize. So in other words, you can put as many audiences here as you want. This will not hurt your campaign, because all you're doing here, you're adding audiences to see how they perform so you can remove the ones that are not performing. That's all you're doing. All right, so that's the audience piece for now. Now let's move on to the other segments of the campaign. and I'll see you in the next video.
Hello everyone, I hope you have enjoyed this content and I hope you have learned something here today. And if you really enjoyed this, please subscribe to the channel, comment, leave your thoughts below, and share it with your friends, right? You don't have to share it publicly, you can just share it privately with people that you think may like this content. That's a way that you can show me that you really enjoyed it and that I'm doing the right thing, right? That I'm putting the right type of content out that are helping people better manage their Google Ads accounts. But I just wanted to take this time to thank you, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.